Game started.
Hey everybody, Long Go Ego here. My name is Jeffrey, and today we are playing Rylin.
Alrighty.
So I will give you the option of where you want to place your next 3/4 stone by playing in the opposite corner of 4/4. So 4/4 is completely neutral as to direction. Okay, so you've gone for a pinwheel. Okay, so they're not facing each other. And if you'd played in the opposite corner, you could have them both facing to the left, but you put them into a pinwheel. Okay, so I'm going to continue that pinwheel in this corner.
Okay.
Now, you don't want to be attaching.
Undo
Never
requested. Undo
But
granted.
you attach in a very specific kind of situation.
I was just trying to make sure I was approaching the side.
Okay, first things first, 4/4 stone is neutral. So you'll be able to approach it from either side. Notice I'm saying side, not on the 5th line. Okay, so
Undo requested.
you don't want to be approaching the 4/4 stone until you know what you're doing with the other stone. So you should approach
Undo
my
granted.
lower right side first. Now you can either go high or low, which means on the 5th line, either R low or Q high.
I'll stick with it. I think that's not
Okay, so you're going high. I will put a hand on you. So now here's an attaching situation that is a standard pattern.
right.
So, okay, Aikido move, you put 2 hands on me. I step back to get help from my friend. And then I will just go 1 space because it's the most solid. Nope. You have a 2-space wall.
Undo requested.
Okay.
So you can go 3 spaces.
Undo granted.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can have 3 spaces in between. That's 2 spaces. 2 spaces in between.
Undo
you can go 1 more.
requested. Undo granted.
Okay. So if you check our previous games or my games against anybody else, you'll notice we always do the same opening. So you can just follow that precedent. Okay. So now I am going to approach you high. Now, why do I pick this corner rather than the other corner?
Because you have your 4/4 in the bottom left on that corner.
Nope. It's because I'll tell you as soon as you make your next move.
I think I'm
Okay, now you need to make an extension. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now the reason is because when I approach your upper left corner, you're gonna extend down the top. So I want to get my full extension first, and I will do it on the 3rd line because you're gonna extend towards me on the 3rd line.
Okay.
Now, if I approach the upper left corner first, then you will already have a stone in place. So my extension might feel a little cramped then. Okay, so now you need to decide which side of my 4-4 you want to approach from. Of course, it's a Kima approach.
So that's I can go C6 and E6.
C6 or F3.
Or hold on, F. Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's a 4-4 stone, so you can approach it from either side.
I got you.
Okay. So I will back off.
Mm. Wait. So from there, I don't think I've approached from this side yet.
No, you have to finish your sequence.
So would I go into E3?
You go to, well, you could do D3, but typically I suggest you do D2, slide.
Okay.
Okay. So if you were to play on C3, you would completely take my corner. So I need to play C3 to block that from happening. Okay, now you need to extend down the side.
So
Now in this case, you have just one stone, so you want to extend 2 spaces.
So to J3.
There you go. Okay.
Okay.
So now I have 3 stones in that corner. You have 3 stones in that corner, so I can approach. Okay. So I'm going to approach high again because it's what I like to do.
Mm.
Now this is the same as the other corner because I like to do the same high approach every time, unless I'm sort of forced to go with a low approach because of space restrictions for my extension.
And then since I only have the one stone at D17, I can only do a 2-space extension.
Yeah, you can go 2 spaces.
Or I could go to H17 too.
I typically go 1 space because it makes it more solid.
Okay, yeah.
So if you notice my lower right, I went just 1 space. If you notice your upper right, you went 2 spaces.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so then I will extend. Now I already have a stone on the 3rd line at C6, so I'm going to want to extend high.
Okay.
Okay, so now our 4 corners are done. So now you've got to decide where you want to place the first stone of the rest of the game. So you want to find your weakest group and you want to find my weakest group. And then decide, do you want to strengthen your weakest group or do you want to diminish or threaten my weaker group? Now, if you can do both at the same time, that's the best move.
Hmm.
Okay.
That might have been too high of a play, but
Yeah, I would not have played there,
well, the bottom right would be.
but it's okay.
Mm.
Oh, there we go. Maybe that's a little too big. Let's go down 1. Yeah, so I'm indicating on the board where I would have gone. uh, instead of that. Let's see. So I will play the move that I would have played if I were you,
I was thinking that, but I didn't know if I should have stayed in that corner.
because your corner is probably the upper right is the weaker of your groups, and my top group is the weakest of my groups. So now I've strengthened my group and restricted that group of yours.
Yeah. Mm, I guess I don't really have much to do there then.
Okay, so I will respond to that. Because it does solidify in my group. Those are very small moves. So G18 was okay, but to continue with that is sort of silly.
I was trying to stop you from
Okay.
getting in from it last time.
Well, first I'm going to, do that, and then go in there. See, the thing is, if you make small moves, it sort of incites your opponent to make small moves as well.
Okay. Mm,
Unfortunately, this is how most people play for a long time.
all right.
So, yeah, I don't believe in fighting. Okay, so first thing I will do this. That is a trap, of course.
Yeah. Kind of saw that to begin. Um, I'm just not sure where to go next from that. Without playing right into your hand.
So the opening of the game is sort of like um, two groups of soldiers or two armies venturing into an unknown area. Now, if one group just stays in one spot and the other group sends out uh, scouts and sets up uh, pickets, then well, let's take this right away.
I could have probably backed up there, but
Okay, so now the entire corner is dead, and you have
yeah.
3 weak stones. So I would say let's resign this one and we'll start over again.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
You have won. Game started.
Okay. So I will do the same thing, opposite corner, 4-4. Okay, so you're doing pinwheel, so I will do pinwheel. So yeah, you want to send out scouts so you know the terrain. So you want to make a big, large scale. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, opening should go fairly quickly for us because we know what we're going to do.
Right. Wait, I'm getting my orientation mixed up. Um, from here, then it's what's that?
So, okay, so now we're going into a reversed low approach. Because if I had played E17 first, you would have kicked me with D17, and then I would have stood with E16. So by
Okay.
playing there, you're turning a high approach into a reverse low approach. Yeah, one space would be better.
Undo requested. Undo granted.
Okay, and I'm going to go here.
Okay.
Same thing, you can decide which side of the 4-4 you want to approach. So you want to go high. Okay, if you're going high, I will respond with high. Usually at 4-4, we want you to approach with a kema.
Okay. Is that Yeah, okay, I thought so. Yeah,
Because it's not a kema, you ended up with an elephant eye rather
R5.
than a slide.
We undo that, then my bad. R5.
Undo requested. Undo granted. Undo requested. Undo granted.
There we go. Putting that part too early. All right then.
So you just gave me a huge advantage.
From isn't that reciprocated though?
Well,
Because if I play at what is it, Q10? Don't I have that whole side now?
you know, if we stick with our patterns,
My four
we'll
four
be able.
approach is so when you're approaching the 4-4 corner from here,
Okay,
right?
I can't hear you
So
very well.
So when you're approaching the 4-4 corner, then I know that you start up at like where Q6 would be, or you can start over at what 04? Is that it?
Q6,
Right?
right?
Yeah. I started at
Kema
Q6.
approach.
So for the chemo approach, is that the Q6 thing, or is that's the second stone that you
No, it's
place? Is that
R6, R6 or O3. Kema is like a knight's move in chess. 2 spaces, sidestep 1 space.
okay?
Or
Can we undo?
forward 1 space and sidestep 2 spaces. It's a 1-2.
Okay. Can we undo that then?
Okay.
Undo requested. Undo requested. Undo granted. Undo requested. Undo requested. Undo granted. Undo requested. Undo granted.
Okay, so from here,
So let's go
it's
all the way back to my 4-4.
Undo
yeah,
requested.
no problem.
Undo granted. Undo requested. Undo granted.
So then it's 04 for the next.
But you need to undo one more time.
Undo requested. Undo granted.
Okay. Now, Kema approach. R6, or if you will go on the inside, it would be O3. Okay. So you came approach. I back off.
And then from here, you would go back
So
to.
we do have a viewer, although he may have left if my indicators are indicating. Oh, you're there.
And then
This is my grandnephew.
Hi. So
My older
the
sister's daughter's son.
so for
So,
the R6, you're talking about a chemo approach. I'm still trying to learn the terminology.
yeah.
So
Game is just
for
the knight's move.
okay,
So you knight move approached, I knight moved away. So you approached
okay,
with a kema, I backed off with a kema.
okay.
Now you can
So
slide into the corner with a kema.
with is that T4 S4 or T4?
S4 is a kema. From the third, there you go. And then I block you because if you take R3, then I've given you my corner.
Right, and
Okay.
then from here,
Then you want to extend.
and then this is a two space again, one stone. Where this is a extension up to there, right? Because that's
There
only
you
what
go.
two.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to approach low because you have a stone at R9. Yeah. Capital L shape.
Undo
So
requested.
we do have a viewer. No, that's fine.
Okay. I was making sure I did that right. I didn't know if I was attaching too early.
Undo
No.
granted.
No, you're kicking me. So a diagonal kick. Right? So it's a very strong. No. Extend.
Undo requested.
Oh, okay.
Undo granted.
Out.
So this is exactly like we did in the upper left, except there I approached high. You kicked a stone that wasn't there, so then I dropped down to make it a reverse low approach.
Okay.
Right?
I think I did too many spaces. Hold on.
Okay. So then
Undo
I'm going.
requested.
Okay.
Undo granted.
Okay. And then I will do
Okay.
free space.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Chris. Yeah, we have a very specific way of teaching. So, all right. So now we're done with the openings. Now you want to look for my weakest group, your weakest group, and decide if you want to strengthen your weakest group or threaten my weakest group. And if you can do the same thing with one stone, both expand you and restrict me, that would be good.
And you said, I think last game, that playing on the fifth line is where you start to play into the center, isn't it?
Well, I would do what I just explained to you. So where can you expand? So corners, sides, center. So where can you expand your weakest group and restrict my weakest group, both with the same stone? Okay, not
Because
what I would
isn't
have
your
played. I would have played where I just played.
when you're back at L?
L17. Two space.
Wait, you can make a two space. Is that two space?
Well, you already have a one space, right?
Okay.
017 is one space. So one space and then two space is good. You don't want to have too many two spaces or three spaces next to each other.
All right. Can we undo that? I don't want to keep asking for them, but
That's fine.
Undo requested. Undo granted. Undo requested. Undo granted.
I see where you're talking.
So now you're fine. Okay. So my natural response is to jump out.
Right. Because you want to try to connect the rest of that group, and then.
Well, I want to have a shape that I can live with. Okay. Now, where else can you do something that would help you and restrict me? Now, Okay. And I will take a base away from you.
What does that mean?
Every extension we have on the board now is a base. So if you're looking at the right-hand side, R6 to R9 is a two-space base on the side.
Okay.
Right now, it's also connected to a base extender at S4. Now, at the top, you have the same thing. You have a one space and a two space. So you've got a good strong base. Now, on the top, I have a three space, but it's got a tombstone wall and then a jump out on the other side. So the interior of that is pretty stable. Now, you don't have a one or two space uh, jump or side step that you can do because I just took L3 away from you. Now, if I'd played somewhere else, if you'd played at M3, then you would have had a good third line base. But L3 is to take that away from you. So since you don't have a base, you have to run away.
So I'd have
So
to
you
back
need to
up.
jump out. One space jump from on the J line.
Okay.
Okay?
I remember you talking about that
So
last time.
natural progression. Okay, now I'm going to peep here. So you'll have to connect.
To H5 or to J.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
that's not connecting.
Yeah. I see what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about connect up to the other group that I had.
Undo requested. Undo requested. Undo granted.
Okay. And then I will I'm just going to go here.
Okay.
Okay, so now you've got a three-stone stick. Okay. Now you still have a three-stone stick. Okay. Going to do a simple block.
Mm,
Now, what do you think your options are here?
well, I can't play. I know what my options aren't. Play. If I do that, then you can just go up to N5, um, and then cut me off from the other group that I have. So could I do another one space extension from there then to N5?
Show me.
I don't think that's the right move.
No, because you just left the door open for me.
Thinking.
Undo
So from there,
requested.
then
Undo granted.
I'm trying not to play so defensive like I did last time, because that made me lose a lot of territory. It was kind of
Yeah.
counterintuitive. Um,
Now, instead of leaving the door open, you could just push.
oh, what do you mean push? To go
Undo
up to M5 or
requested.
to go into?
Push
Undo
at
granted.
M5.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the thing about pushing, oops, pushing at M5 is after I hane here,
Right.
you've got basically 4 stones across. So you can make like a horse face jump into the center.
So up to.
So I would do something midpoint between. So that means either the K line or the L line. And a horse face is a 2 space rather than a dog face, which is 1 space.
Okay. So like here for that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Now a horse face would have been, I guess, probably K, because you got an open space. You got the 2 eyes, and then the K8 is a snout. But
I
that's a
got you.
2 space. That's a 2 space jump, so that's more than adequate. Excuse me. So I'm pushing into your space, so you want to block. Now I'm going over the top. So what do you think you should do?
Uh, block. But at the same time, I think it would be safer to just play at E9.
Extend. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to get my nose out. Right. So if you had played at N6, then it would have kept me pushed down. Okay.
Right, but
But
I would have.
now, by me playing there, it gets me out into the action.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, I could have played further up, couldn't I have? I could have played it. I could have played at T3 because then you would have gone. You would
Yeah.
have had
I
to
would
have
have
gone up.
played S5, stepping back to be with your friends.
Okay.
That's a
Mm,
standard move in that situation.
okay.
Now we have, okay. Um, that's the move I want to respond to.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. From there, if I would have, so just out of interest, so when I play there and then you put, the hand on me, do like I can
Yeah, see,
still
now I
do
wouldn't
that?
have played there because it's sort of out in the air. So you're going to have to take care of it. So you're sort of forcing me to defend myself initially so that my stones are more tightly together, but you're still out in open space no matter what you do.
Okay.
So I would have done something that expands on what you already have so that your supply lines can't be cut. When you're making a camp, you put your pickets out so they can see enemy approaching, but they don't want to be so far out that the enemy can get around behind them. And that's sort of what that was. So it's a little too far from any of your other stones.
So you would have kept playing in that bottom right corner then and extend out from there.
I would have done something else.
Okay.
So look after my weak groups, put pressure on my weak groups.
Yeah, I guess that was a bad move. I see what you're talking about now.
Now, it doesn't mean you can't recover from it.
That's what I'm trying to figure out how to do right now.
Well, you have a mini two-stone wall, so a one-space jump from that wall is pretty basic.
So out to like N11,
Huh?
or you talk
And
to
11, that's
well,
not jumping out from your wall.
what do you mean
You
jumping
have
out
two
from?
stones, you have two stones stuck together. That's a wall.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And 11 is not jumping out from that wall. And 12 or N13, and I would choose the one furthest away from my stones, which would be N13.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Don't leave a door open.
That's what I was wondering. Is because I didn't want to have you come too far over. So from that move, it would have been Q13. Then if I was trying to block that group right there,
Um, and maybe I think you're thinking of doing too much.
okay. Sorry, I'm
Okay.
locked in right.
So go is very incremental.
All right. Yeah, yeah, I get that. Damn. I was thinking that was too far out.
Connectivity is one of the most important things.
Mm.
So those two stones that you thought, or that one stone that became two stones, that you thought was threatening my fairly weak group, now have just completely solidified
Yeah,
my group. Plus, you gave me three more stones along the side.
yeah. Mm. I kind of lost that corner. The way to recover that, I don't really think there is.
Well, when you take a loss, you have to look to see what else there is on the board.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why I don't believe in fighting, is because there's always a lot of strategic points to take. Right? You take the high ground, you cover um, the intersection of paths. There's just a lot of basic stuff that you can do. Okay. Um,
Oh, that was. I guess no, that's fine. Okay.
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah, you can go to the corner. Wait, couldn't you have gone to T6 and taken that whole spot?
Sure, but why do it now?
Right, because you can just get more
Do it
land with
later.
that. Talking about. Mm.
I mean, sometimes you do want to do things right now and not leave it for later. It depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Uh, mm, oh my.
Was that like an oh my that's awful or like an oh my that's great? Because I have no idea. I'm doing my best.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I would have done something more solid and not leave cutting points behind. I don't think I handled that especially well, but you know, you do what you can do.
Mm. I am in a pickle, as they say. That is true. Um, I'm trying not to think so far ahead because I feel like that's actually making me make a lot of mistakes. I mean,
Uh,
yeah.
so Young, poor etiquette there with your comment.
It's cool. I probably am playing really bad. But at the same time, you learn a lot by making a lot of mistakes. So,
No, we have a first time chatter who wants to explain how to win the game.
all good. I'll take all the advice I can get. Oh crap! Right. I forgot you could do that. Mm. So if you're going over the top of there, is it best to just immediately place on the corner, or not on the corner, on the like on the edge?
When I did L19, you needed to
Yeah.
do M18.
M8 to stop you going
Then
from
if I
like
push
that.
one more time, then you can atari. And then because I have two stones, I can't, I have to go back and connect. And then you can
Yeah.
secure your position.
Okay. That makes sense.
Whoa, let's go. Rated me with a party of 32.
I don't know what that means. Is that
Uh,
good?
yeah, Betsko is Dwyron. I sometimes post links to his Friday games, especially. So, hey, Bats, appreciate you stopping in. This is my grandnephew, Rylin, and we're just getting him started. So, So we still do a lot of undo, 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 undo.
That's mostly what it is.
So
Yeah. Um, I'm not too sure what to do if I'm being real with you, Uncle Jeff. um,
yes, present from my wife. She got it for me 2 weeks ago. Hmm. Well, better safe than sorry. That worked out pretty well.
not exactly. um, what I was planning, but it's okay.
Yeah. Well, we're still working on concepts like connectivity. Yeah, I don't know where you think you're going to go with that,
Not
but
exactly. Yeah, I was more so hoping you wouldn't notice because I'm in a really bad position.
Yeah,
um,
I wouldn't notice one stone placed every minute or
couple.
so.
My bad.
I'm old, but I'm wearing my
Um,
glasses.
fair enough.
Mm. What kind of tea would I like? Uh, Today I have a caramel flavored black tea, but I also enjoy cha masala.
I'm gonna laugh if you place like one stone at the end of the game and I just lose the entire board.
No, that's not going to happen.
um,
I'm happy with the lower right side.
mm,
when I was teaching, I used to drink a lot of sencha every day because the universities had vending machines where you could get the free hot sencha.
What's Cincha?
Green
Show me.
tea, type of
Okay.
green tea.
Mm. Damn it! I didn't even. I need to pay more attention. That's what I need to do.
Yes. So when you have purposeful moves, it's much easier to remember the connections that you have on the board.
Well, I did. I was just thinking too far ahead again, where I played one of the moves I was gonna play later too early.
Mm.
Um, yeah, that's what that is, Uncle Jeff. I'm not gonna lie, that was probably like the last of my plans. I think the only thing I have is like the left side. And then maybe I could get some things in the center, but you have what is that?
Yeah. Well, your
Yeah,
goal
I
is
don't.
to find the best move that you can have in the situation over the entire board.
Yeah.
So
Um.
that is true from the very beginning until the very end. That never changes. Right.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's game, brother. I got fried. Um. Damn. I already see a couple moves that I made earlier that probably weren't that good, but
Mm.
yeah, I'm gonna have to
You have won.
do that. I don't
Okay,
really see
give up.
many.
All right, so we'll see you next regular time,
Yeah, yeah. Next Friday at 8 p.m.
Friday night,
Sorry,
your time. Saturday
I
morning
was.
here in Hiroshima.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you,
I
Rylin.
appreciate. Yeah, I appreciate all the lessons. All
All right.
the games
We'll see you next
online.
time.
I'll see you. Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Okay, folks, if there's anybody still here, that's it for Rylin for today. This is, of course, oh, he bailed yesterday, so it's Sunday morning now. He usually plays Saturday morning, 9 o'clock Hiroshima time, 8 o'clock Friday night in Indiana. I think he lives in Indiana now. Um, so next Wednesday morning, 9 o'clock, is Stephen, who's a little more advanced. We took him from beginner up to 10Q now. So that's what's coming up. See you then. Bye.